Alrighty y'all, so my aquaponics pump went out and I have to replace it. Now, the pump that I currently have that does not work anymore was plugged into Sure Power, which means in the house. And it's also using the same breaker as a part of my kitchen. And sometimes when I'm using the microwave and the toaster oven at the same time, because the pump runs 24/7, the breaker will pop off. So I want to try to see, before I go replacing breakers and stuff, try to see if the pump is the issue. So I'm going to have a solar pump instead. So I bought a 12 volt DC solar pond pump. Now, I'm like in the Matrix. I sat there for the last 4 days, every downtime I had to learn, I uploaded all I can learn about solar, and I learned a lot because it's so confusing until you understand it, to me anyways. And so you got to trust but verify, people. So I'm telling you what I learned, but I could be wrong in some spots. So always, check and get your own information, cross-reference and make sure I'm not wrong. Don't be copying me. So, but this is what I learned. First of all, you need your solar panel, your controller, which controls the voltage and wattage and everything needed to charge a battery. I'm using a battery. So this is for a battery setup, okay guys? And then if you were to plug in any type of plug of anything that you wanted, you would need a sorry, there's cars driving by. I'm trying to talk. You would need a converter of electricity, okay? So because I'm not using a lot of electricity in this setup, I wanted to try to do it as minimal as possible. I found out that I do not need a converter because my pump is 12 volt DC. Now, 12 volt DC is a very low current, which controllers, not all of them have it, but some controllers will have a hookup specifically for 12 volt DC, like power on stuff that you want to, like lights or something like the pump that will be running 24/7. So according to my knowledge, what I've gained is that I do not need a conversion of, converter means just taking a different format of electricity, changing it to a format that's usable for all electrical appliances. So that would be an additional 160 bucks or so, and that's fine. Eventually I probably will upgrade to that so I can plug in my solar lights, not my solar lights, plug in my grow lights that I have in my aquaponics. But I wanted to do it this way, as minimal as possible, so if I wanted to put it in the middle of the field and do another pond, I know the setup I need for that, if, indeed it works. So not all controllers will have a 12 volt DC port. So let me show you. This is your basic setup. Here's your controller. Now you must attach your battery first, always, to your controller, okay? And then, before you do anything, alright guys? And it says, connect the photovoltaic module to the regulator, plus and minus. Not sure what that is yet. Connect the consumer to the charge regulator, plus and minus. So, I think the photo regulator is that. So, in this case, this says to connect the battery first, always. I'm thinking 2 is the solar, and then 3 is the power consumer, which in this case It can't be more than 12 volt DC, y'all, okay? It only has it for that, a little port for that. If it was more than that, I would get a converter. And the converter does not hook up to this. It hooks up to the battery. So all of this would be the same. And your converter would therefore tee off the battery. And then you can plug in a higher voltage. Okay? Hope that all makes sense. And then there's different types of wiring, which I'll explain now. But that's the gist of it. And what I've learned. It's quite simple. Now, I think you can do any type of battery, but I bought the 12 volt 100 amp GM battery. And these controllers can be, most of them can be used for multiple different types of batteries. And the controller, remember, just regulates so you don't overcharge your battery. It tells you, you know, it turns it on and off. It has all kinds of things. They have different displays, battery. It tells you the wattage, how much is charged, everything. So it just helps you control. So, but if you have a solar product that's you just want to run during the day and not have a battery backup, I don't think you need all this. I think you just hook up directly to the solar. I think that's what I gather. So if I didn't want to run this 24/7, I probably would have just got a pump that hooked up to a solar panel and just ran it during the day, because I could do that. Probably without, I think if you have a controller, you have to have a battery. So I don't think you can use a controller without a battery. So if anything, to bypass it, if you don't want to spend a lot of money on a battery, just get a really small battery. And the controllers are only like $17. So if you can't figure out how to do it directly to a solar panel and you don't care about running it 24/7, there might be a time where I just have a pond out there that I'll just run during the day. And if my pump's too big just to run directly on the solar panel, which I don't see how that would be possible, but I mean, hypothetically, you can just get a controller and probably a really tiny battery just to help you, use the controller, I guess. If that makes sense. That's another idea I had. But right now we're going with the battery situation here. I got these on Amazon. They were on sale. So they're poly solar. They're so there's two different types of solar panels. The newer ones are made out of a different material. And they're a little bit more expensive. But this is just for a pump, so I don't need to go expensive. So anyways, I got them for $60 each. Not too bad, because they were like $80 and then $20 coupon. So $60 each. So I called these dogs. They always have to run around me. They better not break my solar panel. Okay. So here we got. So this is what we got here. Alright, so what I've learned, that there's two different ways of wiring panels together. And it's called in series and in parallel. Now I think, according to my understanding, I think in series might increase the voltage, and then in parallel increases the charging. Don't quote me on that. But we're going to probably just do in parallel, and I'll show you the difference. It was confusing to me until I learned. But, so the instructions. Alright, so here's the instructions for all that you can see it. Okay, so there is two different types of wiring. It's called in series and parallel. Okay, Took me a while to understand this, but depending on how you wire it is depending on the voltage and charging. Okay, so this is in series. So it says, here's what in series looks like, which is negative to positive in one of them, and then negative to positive to your charger, to your controller. Okay, and this is in parallel. In parallel is easier for me to understand because it's just basically you would go negative and negative goes together on one, and positive goes together on one. So yeah, so we got one wire that's only for the negatives and one connector that's only for the positives, and then that will go into the battery. So here's what it says. The standard wiring polarity can be found when you're looking for it is face terminal box. So on this product, when you face the terminal box, the negative is on the left and the positive is on the right. Also, the polarity can be viewed on the wiring. Very helpful. After installation of each solar panel, series and parallel connection must be set up based on design requirements of voltage and current. So here's it in the instructions what I'm saying about series connection. Series connection. It shows you visually and on paper. Series connection is negative and positive connected. Negative and positive connected together. And negative and positive to the operator, which is your controller. Negative and positive would be to the controller. That increases the charging voltage. So I think it's very important to know how much power you're putting into your controller. So figure wait. That's in figure A. Parallel connection is negative and negative connected. So you have a connector here and here. Okay, so negative will go to one connector, and positive will go to another connector. So it's negative and negative connected to a connector, positive and positive connected to a connector, then to your controller in the respective places. Increase the charging current. So this would increase the charging current. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do parallel. And it says you can find figure B. Figure B. To use different connection, solar panel can charge battery for 12 volt, 24 volt, 36 volt, 48 volt through the solar charge controller. So 12 volt battery would go to connect positive to negative right here. 24 volt battery charging. Oh, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm doing this 24 volt. Yeah, because I have two 12 volt panels, which makes it 24 volts. So, I wonder if I have to connect in. No, I could still connect in parallel. And they got 36 volt charging. How to connect it right here. At 48 volt, it shows you the diagrams on how to do that. So we got, I think I want to do it in series though. I mean in parallel. This diagram shows in series. So once you understand how to wire it, the two different styles of wiring, it's pretty simple, really. It's a very standard hookup. Solar panel controller converter. Oh no, solar panel controller battery converter. That's it. So we're gonna set this up. Alright, while my husband gets the wires ready for me, because he does that. He's gonna get those ready for me, and then I'm gonna drill the holes that need to be drilled in this bucket. And then he's also gonna put the solar on the roof for me because it's heavy. So I'm gonna do the rest. So I'm gonna do that right now. I don't know, where do you think I should have the holes for the battery? The battery's gonna be at one end. Let's just do it at the end, huh? Right here. Move it. Hey, doggy. Move. 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 They say to reverse drill in plastic. Sometimes.
Reverse drill.
They say to do that so you don't have like bounce or something.
Maybe to rough it up first.
No. Yeah, a little bit of. Alright. I'm gonna do 2 holes that are guesstimated. I'll do 1 vent hole. We'll just do it at the top right here.
You want to hold this?
Why? There. Here's a vent hole.
You're going to need it to screw these down.
No one's gonna believe me if I did this myself if you're in here. Maybe I shouldn't show you. I don't care.
Put that in your pocket and don't lose it.
What's this? Oh, to tighten the screws?
Control, yes.
Alright. Anyways. So, Sean doesn't like to do stuff like this. This is why I do it. But, so, let's see. I'll get started now, I guess. I'll put it all together for you, and then, when I'm done, I'll let you know, and then we can hook up the solar, and you can work on putting them on the roof?
Yes.
Okay. Because I am scared of heights. Oh, you're gonna carry that? Oh, you're gonna have to carry that battery for me, too. Take it all in the aquaponics.
Wanna open the door?
Yeah.
Let me get that safe set up, too.
Oh, yeah.
I keep asking you this. Just give me a section.
I just have, you know, we're just so busy with life and things, you know. All right, so it sounds, after having the aquaponics on for like 6 years, doesn't it sound weird coming out and not having like that waterfall sound?
Yeah.
And the cats don't like it way better when there's a waterfall sound too. All right, so one more thing. It's gonna go under there, so if you can move it has diatomaceous earth in that bucket. If you can move it out for me. Huh? My back hurts.
I know, but they've done it weeks ago.
My back was not hurting weeks ago. Oh, I think that's rocks. Thank you, honey.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's get this cleaned up under here, and this is where my control box is going. Okie dokie, y'all. So I got the box in here. I put the positive and negative through the holes. I'm sorry, I am kind of sick while I'm doing this. I've been sick for the last couple days, but I gotta get stuff done. So anyways, so I'm a little slow here. So I got the positive and negative through the holes here for the controller. This goes to the solar. I got the battery placed where I want it, and I have the hole out to the side for the pump that I'm running, and then I'm gonna screw in the controller. So I'm gonna drill some pilot holes here. We're gonna mount the controller right here. Okay. Let's see. Alright, so I want the controller about. I think I want it. Do I want it up here? Well, these, let's see. This will go into right like that. So we're gonna mount it right here. Right here. Okay, let's go ahead and drill. There we go. Okay, I had to get a bigger drill bit here, so let's. There we go. Now let's see about this side. So we got that one in right here, and let's do this side. Right here. There we go. Okay. So let's screw this one in. Let's screw the other one in. Oh, it's an awkward position. My back's hurting from all my activities here and being sick. Alright, let's screw this one in. Alright, so. Alright. Let's get. Alright. Let's get you in your hole here. Where's your hole? Where's your hole there, mister? Oh, this one's a little bit bigger here. Oh, no, what is going on here? There we go. There we go. Well, I don't need bolts for the back of these. That's cool. I thought I needed to have these little nuts. Little nut bolt thingies, but I don't. Alright. Let's go ahead and put our solar in last, because we have to put these in last, okay? Just move it where it's not too in the way here. Okay, we're gonna put these, I think, second. This is second, I believe. The battery is first, so we gotta do the battery now. So let's face me. Here's the battery set right here, and we're just gonna take these off. Alright, so now we got to hook up the battery. So here is one end that has to go to the battery, and here is the other end that goes to the controller. Okay, I'm gonna hook one up first. So I think I'm gonna hook up the controller first and then the battery. Go up this way. I gotta make sure it's twisted. Good, good. Alright, so we gotta go up in there real well. Okay. And let's get the positive in there. Get the positive in. As good as I can get it. Let's tighten it. Okay. Okay. Those aren't going nowhere. Let's get the battery. Done. Alright, so we got the battery pieces here. We'll do negative first. Washer. This, a lock nut, and a washer again. There. And we'll start screwing this one in. Alright. So, I don't know if... I'm going to keep it hand tight for now. Then this one, we're just going to go this way. New washer. This. Lock nut. I don't know if there's power to these at all. I think my chickens had babies. I hear them. Oh yeah, there is power to it. It's already going to the controller, yeah. Oh. I don't know if I need to tighten these. There. And look at the controller has lit up. There we go. I'm going to pick up on the rest tomorrow though. We're going to do the rest tomorrow. Alright. Alright, Sean's on the roof. We're putting the solar up. Figured out that how we want to do it. I gotta put this on the edges, so I'm gonna do that right now. Okay. Alright. So do you want it lower? There's 2 bolts. One right here in the middle.
No, let's do 2 ends.
1, 2?
Yeah, let's do 2 ends.
1, 2, and then let me see about that side. I don't know if you're going to be able to do a side piece. Do you know why? Because to hit a 2x4 you might not be able to. It might bring it away from the edge, so you might have to do this as well. But you'll hit 2x4 anyways, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? No. I'm going this way. Here, on the edge. You know what I mean?
Then we could put the other one straight up and down instead of sideways.
I want them symmetrical. I want them both sideways. They just need to face the same direction.
I know, but what I'm saying, yeah, we're going to have to put this on this side right here.
Anyways, I'm going to go get that black guy. You don't make sense.
Well, the only way to put one here on this side is if it's going to be attached to here. That's the only way to do it. Or put it up.
It's right there.
That's what I just said. That's what I just said. You're going, you don't make any sense. That's what I just said.
I'm saying it my way. You're saying it your way. But my way makes more sense than your way.
You said the same thing.
Anyways.
What does that mean? It's the same thing.
It's going to go right here in the middle.
Right.
Should I just hook it on just in case?
No.
No?
No, let's just evaluate our situation when we...
Oh, we can put it up there and then see if you need it?
I don't know, because...
Oh my gosh, this is upside down. I might put upside down.
I want to see where the stud's at.
You're making him upside down.
Did I?
Yes, this can't go against the roof. Yeah, it's go like that.
God damn.
It's okay. It's hot.
Just like that.
Yeah.
You did it too.
No, I only did it on
It's
one.
still, you did. That's even worse. That's even worse. You did it on one.
You look
At least I was consistent.
Did you just drop your step? See? You dropped it. I'm telling you.
You're dropping stuff all over the place.
I did not drop
That's your
that.
third thing.
No, it's not.
I'm only on one. All your 15-minute things take
This is
hours.
not 15 minutes. If we didn't have to mount this, oh, my trees are only watering. Look at that poor tree. It's yellowing. The fruiting tree's yellowing, honey.
Yeah.
Didn't you need water? I thought you said water.
Dude, this is your food forest.
What? You're supposed to be helping me.
I am helping.
By what?
By eating the fruit off of it. When it actually is able to grow, if you actually watered it.
I'm watering it.
Actually might get fruit one of these days.
I got fruit. I got a buttload.
8 years later.
Okay, you gotta tighten this one.
You got them on right?
Yeah, why are you tightening it so far away? You know, it's adjustable.
So far away.
Look at you can tighten it upwards or down.
Oh.
You want it pressed.
Another caveat.
So you have it all up high. What this is supposed to.
I'm gonna lower it.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go get that goopy stuff for you.
Right here.
You want to just.
So.
You want to get another ladder so you don't have to keep on moving the ladder. You just set up right there and you know.
I don't have another ladder.
Huh?
I don't have another
You
ladder.
have like 4 ladders.
I can take that out. Hold this.
There's one in the back by the sprinklers, a big one.
Back where?
By the sprinklers?
Outside the other side?
Yeah. It's right there, you just gotta put it over the fence.
Yeah, I have to walk all the way around.
It's leaning against the fence. I use it to paint. Watch out for my camera. Ooh, the wind will blow you down. They're very steeply pitched. Oh, you're gonna move it back? You just have to get up on the road probably. That's a good idea for that sharp point. Honey. I don't know why I'm laughing. There's so much stuff. Watch out! Make sure the wires are sticking out the direction we need it. Ow. You got it?
I'm gonna cut this off.
Cut what off?
Cut this branch.
You just have to break it. You drop it. Oh, are the cords out?
What does the other one plug into?
This one, they plug into each other. That's
Where?
called parallel.
Where?
At those plugs.
Okay, where's the outlet?
What do you mean? Keep both of them lined up that way. I know exactly. The wires are going to go that way. Both wires have to go that way. Okay.
Where's the outlet to here?
The outlet.
Yeah. How are you gonna hook this up to the?
Right here. It's right here. Don't worry about that. I will worry about that. I will worry about that.
I know. Do you need access to under?
No, I don't need access to under it. I just need you to drill it in. Okay. What? No. You forgot the goop. No, you put it on before, and then you drill it on. Okay.
You should hand me this with goop on it.
Goop on it.
You should hand me this with goop on it.
You have to put the goop where the hole is. So put a bunch of goop and then drill it in. There. It's easy.
both holes or just
You want to
one
just do
each?
one each? I think one
I
each.
think one each can be fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to put holes in the roof.
Yeah. You want to just stack the other one since your ladder's right there and try to line the other one up and then do this side?
Yeah, I think I can reach over that.
Okay, let me get it for you. Alright, we're all done with this. What? Are you going to lose my
I was
screwdriver?
going to, but now I decided to give it back to you.
My drill, I mean?
You can lose it.
Thanks. Hey, you want to take this with you real fast? Some things so I don't lose them. I don't. In that box. Hold on. Right here. Yeah, just. Let's see. I got tar all over my hands. I didn't even tar. Thanks, honey. Oh, you want to take the ladder? Or you want to leave it?
I'll just leave it right there. For now.
Okay. Alright, now to hook it up and see if I don't blow myself up. Will I blow myself up? Do you think? So they are hooked in parallel, which means, I showed you on the diagram, positive to positive, negative to negative, and I just dropped. Now we gotta figure out the controller. That's what we gotta do. Alright, let's hook the rest up. We've installed our solar, and now we gotta just hook everything up to the controller. The controller I got, the instructions are horrible. Sorry, I'm just getting over being sick. I look a mess. I've been out in this heat trying to get the solar panel up with Sean. So anyways, the solar charge connector I got has good reviews, but it has absolutely no instructions. Like the instructions are like just how to work the thing, but I don't know, like I'm not a person that does solar. Like you would think it would tell you what the inputs are and what they're for and stuff. Boy, dog, you're not coming in here. He's whining because he wants to come in here with me. Anyway, so we're gonna have to figure this out, what everything means. Like, I know I have to choose the battery. What does it says, you know, the working mode. So what? Load output 24 hours. Do I put that? I guess I am. So we'll just see. I don't know what to do for anything. I guess as long as it's working, huh? Like what's float voltage? I don't know. What's discharge reconnect? I don't know. Discharge stop. I don't know what that is. I don't know what any of this stuff is. I'm gonna have to look everything up, which is irritating. It should stay in the instructions. Ugh. I did read up like that at 12.4 volts is when you want things to charge. So I'm just gonna say 12.4 volts. Discharge reconnect. What does that mean? Discharge stop. Oh, these are okay. This was it. It says. All right. It says main display is what each one looks like. Work mode, battery type, main display, float voltage. Don't know what that means. Discharge reconnect. Don't know what that means. Discharge stop. That's what these things are. I don't know what they are. We're gonna figure that out. Sorry for the rant. Let's put these together and just figure it out, huh? Alright, I don't understand. I'm supposed to choose the battery type. For most controllers, you're supposed to choose the battery type. I don't know. Like, there is nothing that says it just says 601, 602, 603. That's it. Like, it's irritating. It's really, really irritating. So I'm just gonna do that last, I guess. That's supposed to be your battery type. What does it mean? Look at, it's not letting me choose. It's either 1, 2, or 3. I'm gonna leave it at 1. I don't know. Like what? I don't know. I don't understand. I have a deep marine cycle sealed. That's what I have. And it's not showing an option. So let's just hook this up. Okay. Now we gotta get the solar connected. This is the solar. So we got, let's turn this light on here for us. Okay, so we got a positive, which is the red. Let's find the red. Here we go. A negative. So let's put this on first here. There we go. Negative up in there. And screw it in. Negative. Okay. Let's get this positive put in and see what happens. Missy. Alright. So, I don't know what that blinking means, but hopefully it just means it's charging. We'll figure that out later. I'll try to YouTube some videos. And we'll see. So, and then I'll figure out how to select the dang battery. Or if it just automatically does it for you. Who knows? Anyway, so we're going to get this pump put in. I just have to put my aquaponics pump in. I'm going to hook that up. Alright, let's get this in the water here. So we need... Now where's the screwdriver? Okay, now all the lights are blinking. Alright, so I found out what, it's not a 601, it's a B01. So I found out what those means. Because I know you need to select the battery type. Well, in this case, this one has an option of B01, B02, or B03, or B04. And I'm like, what the heck is that? So found out, asked Mr. Google Pants here, and this is what Google Pants says. Right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it says I need to choose B01 because my battery is sealed. So B01 is for sealed lead acid battery. B02 is gel battery. B03 means flooded lead acid battery. And B04 means ternary lithium battery. Oh, there it goes to B07, lithium iron phosphate battery. So I chose B01. There's that. So figured everything out, and let's finish setting it up now. I got the pump working. It's working. So power's on that. That's good. It's blowing. So I just need I don't have it connected to the system yet because I was testing it. And I have a pipe I'm waiting for from Amazon to finish the connections. So we'll finish that later. But we get the solar done, and that's all that matters right now. Alright, so I figured it out. So this is the display. And so my battery is 12.8 volts right now. So I believe that's what it means. And then I don't know what that blinking is, but I guess that's a good thing. I looked on YouTube and no one says anything about that. And it shows there's blinking too. Then the next one is the time when I want my battery to float. So we got, the next one is the float time, so the charging. So we want it to stop charging at 14.4, okay? So it won't overcharge the battery there. Next is the time you want it to kick. So the third option, okay, I'm gonna explain it. So this is your DC, your power out, right? Like whatever you're using, your discharge, okay? I have it off right now, but I can turn it back on. And then when I turn it back on, it says 12.7 now. It went down because it's using some, okay? So, but whenever it's kind of backwards. It should have the cutoff first and then the cut on, but it's not. So it has a cut on, okay? Which means, so we got the mode display, the float display when you want it to stop charging. Then you have when you want it to turn back on after it turns off. So I want it to turn back on at 12 after it turns off, okay? Then you have the turn off where the lowest you will allow this part to drain your battery, and I put 9.9. No, I'll turn it off all by itself so it won't drain my battery all the way. So yeah, so we'll see. I want to test it after I have it fully charged tomorrow and see how long, if it'll last all night. It should. It's 12 volt. So yeah, so it has the display here, the float, the turn on, discharge, it's called the discharge reconnect, okay? So this is your discharge when you want it to reconnect. So at 12, I want it to reconnect at 12. And then I want it to turn off at 9.9. And then 24 hours. And my battery type is a BO1, sealed. So there we go, and that's that. And I can turn off this by pushing that. Turn it off. Let's see if it have any more charging. It's still a little bit of daylight. Let's see if it'll charge anymore. There's no more sun. Sun's going down, but it's still light, so we'll see. All right, and that's that. I'm all done. All done. I just have to reconnect this pump with, I'm missing a part. I'm missing a part here. So that's that. I figured it out. Oh. So if you guys understand everything I said, good on you. Yeah, so one of the most important things I learned for me was the wiring. So, you know, you either go in parallel or series. I keep on saying sequence, but it's series. Series is to increase the voltage. You know, so if you have two 12 volt panels and you connect them in series, it'll increase it to 24 volts. That's what I believe. That's what I learned. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And then in parallel is for amperage for the charging. So I connected them in parallel. So that's what I did. And it seems to be working. So that's how you control a small solar array system using only a charge controller for DC input, 12 volt DC input, and you can also have USB, so it's a great backup source for me to be able to charge my laptops or anything I need in an emergency. So this is a great source of energy here. And so yeah, one of these days I am going to add a power converter on there, probably, you know, just to have it in backup situations. But that's all I did. Battery is a pretty nice size battery. So alrighty, y'all, we'll just talk to you later, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Bye bye. Peace.